good. Hey sis, can you hear me? Please tell me if you can hear me. Okay, cool. Okay. Is this lighting okay? I'm trying to like work with what I got here, but so I'm just gonna wait a couple minutes and see. Hey Steven, and wait for a couple people to hop on, and then we're gonna talk about Reiki, my favorite. Yep. Oh, thanks. Hey Nick. Or should I drink this way so you can see my dread? Hey Joe. Okay, so a few more people are getting on, and that dress, where did you borrow that from? Yeah, this dress keeps blowing up when I walk outside. But yes, from Morgan's Closet. Anyone? Hey Kelly. Just in case anyone's wondering, my sister and I are doing our live video Wednesday, tomorrow evening. So we'll still be going live this week. I'm just taking over tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with just addressing some questions that I am continuously getting, and yeah, be careful, people get a free show for sure. Yes. That's funny. Whatever. So I'm just gonna address some questions that I've been getting from people who are curious about what Reiki is or what energy healing is, how it may benefit them, how distant sessions work, how I do things, and whatever else comes up. Anything that you guys have as questions, like shoot them my way and I will get to them by the end of this video. So if you're just joining, I'm Monique. Hopefully you know who I am by now. I am a Reiki master. I practice energy healing as well as I do health coaching and nutrition coaching and some emotional health coaching. But my main practice is getting people to understand that everything is energy. It's all connected. Your body's always communicating you and to you, and getting you to figure out what it is exactly saying. So, and why that matters. So I do a lot of that through educating people as to how to work with their own energy field and their own energy, realizing what's theirs, what's not, and how to balance their field and how to send back what's not theirs, and so on and so forth. So the basic question always is Reiki a massage? No, Reiki's not a massage. I guess it could be considered that because some practitioners do what's called laying of the hands, when that is you are actually touching the patient or the client, not the patient. I do not touch my clients. So when my clients come to me, they do have they may have questions as to there's a block that they're experiencing, they want guidance on something, whatever. So I don't touch my clients, but Reiki is just, it's universal life force energy. So we are all energetic beings. We are atomic. We're composed of atoms. What composes atoms is subatomic particles. So every single thing in the world is composed of subatomic particles in the universe. So therefore we are energetic beings. Because of that, we are always experiencing other people's energies, other places' energies, etc. We are just unaware of it. So what happens when we experience something traumatic or something intense, or whatever it may be, good or bad, we hold on to that. And emotions that are not expressed or felt are stored in the body. And when they are stored in the body for so long, and if they are continuously like submerged and not felt, and because you're not aware of them or whatever it may be, then they can manifest as physical illness or dis-ease or disorders or pain in the body or whatever it may be. So people come to me who they either have physical pain and they want to feel better, they want their pain to go away. They've tried everything on like the physical level, so that would be like exercise, mobility, maybe they've tried their nutrition and their pain like still isn't going away. So then they come to me to work with them on an energetic level. It could be if someone is just always emotional, they're always crying, they're always upset, they don't know what's going on, they know something's off, but they just can't put their finger on it. So they'll come to me and I'll work with them. If you just feel heavy, you have that heavy feeling in your chest, in your upper back, if you always experience low back pain, especially for men, you have more fascia in your low back. Fascia stores emotions. So if you're always experiencing low back pain, then that may be from something traumatic that you've experienced. Whatever it may be, emotions are stored in the body. So in your physical body, you have 7 main chakras from right above the top of your head. You can't really see my hand. Right above the top of your head to down in your perineum, which is down by your genitals. So the 7 main chakras are your crown, your third eye, your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, which is like right underneath your chest, your sacral chakra right underneath your belly button, and your root chakra, which is down in your perineum, down in your like genital area. And they are connected to your physical body by means of that. These chakras are how energy flows through your body. So when there is a block in your physical body, whether it be from an emotional experience, a traumatic experience, just something intense, something repressed, something that's not felt, something that's stored in the body, then you will feel it in these like energy centers, the chakras. So with Reiki, a Reiki healing, when you go to a Reiki practitioner for healing, then they can sense the dense energy. So I can sense when there is dense energy in someone's body, physical body, or their chakras. So if something's blocked, you can just feel like a heaviness, a murkiness almost. And you guys can feel it too. We all have access to this. You just have to become sensitive enough to be able to experience it. So you can feel the energy. So I just wave my hands over the person's body if they're with me. If they're not with me, I'll go into distance sessions after this. So in an in-person session, I put my hands over the person's body and feel where the dense energy is. And from there, I can work with each chakra to clear it out and then to strengthen it and to expand it. And I do this by means of channeling the Reiki energy through my body into my client's body. So I'm not giving them anything of mine. I'm not taking anything away from them. I'm just dispersing anything that doesn't belong to them, that they no longer need, that no longer serves them, whatever that may be, that they're ready to get rid of. So that is an in-person session. I'm just with the person, waving my hands over their body. I rarely touch them. In a distance session, Monique, how can you do a distance session if I'm not with you? How can you access my field? Well, that is because energy is non-local, non-linear. Time and space are constructs that we as humans put in our world so we can function. But in the universe, it doesn't exist. And energy, like I said at the beginning of this video, we are all composed of subatomic particles, which is everything. It's what we can and cannot see. It's all around us. So it's not restricted by time and space. It's non-local, non-linear. So therefore, I don't have to be with someone to access their energy. Ethically, as long as I have their permission and they're aware that I'm tapping into their field, then I can tap into anyone's field whenever I want. or whenever you give me permission to, whenever we have a contract to do so. And then from there, I can go through and I can feel your body as I'm working through your chakras, and I'll be able to sense what's dense and what's not. I can sense physical pain. I did a session on my sister earlier while she was working. I was doing a session on her leg. She's been having leg pain and she can't run. And so I did a session on her leg, and she came home and she was like running up and down our hallway because it had helped her for that moment. But yeah, so I can sense the dense energy because energy, again, is non-local, non-linear. It's not restricted by time and space. And I go through your chakras just like I would in an in-person session, but I'm doing it remotely. I'm in my home. You are doing whatever you want to be doing. We just have a set time that we are both under the understanding that I am tapping in your energy field. I'm recording everything that I'm doing. So if I'm in your crown chakra, then I'm recording what's coming up in your crown chakra. If I'm in your heart chakra, and say you had a heartbreak when you were 17 years old and you're ready to move on from that, you're ready to clear it, that might come up for you. So as I'm healing that might come through for you. So I'm recording it. So at the end of our session, I'll send you the recording, and then you can listen to that recording whenever you have free time, whenever you want. My sessions are about 50 minutes long typically, unless it's for like a group program that I'm running, or if you get a free session, they're a little bit shorter. But for my paying clients, they're 50 minutes long, and as long as you have 50 minutes that you can totally relax, listen to the session, allow yourself to receive the healing, then you can do it whenever you want and listen to it as many times as you want. And as you do that, you'll receive the healing over and over and over again, because, again, I'm just using the energy that's already around us, it's already abundant, and I'm using it to channel through my body to go to help your body heal. You're actually doing the work. I'm just channeling it. And energy is a frequency, it's a vibration, it's just subatomic particles that are all around us. So it's carried through words, it's carried through intention, it's carried through you can hear sound, you can hear music, you can see things. Like, everything is energy. So the vibration of the words, the intention of my healing, you will feel it. If anyone who's on right now, who's watching, who's had a remote session, if you want to do a like or a love or whatever, or comment about any experience that you've had in person or remote, because I don't touch my in-person clients, just like how you can feel the energy that is that's coming through to you, so people can kind of get a better understanding. You don't need to know what Reiki is in order to have a session. You don't need to understand how energy works in order to have a session. You can be totally ignorant to it and still be able to receive the healing. So that is how Reiki can be done in person or remotely. And then I did a little bit of explaining as to what the heck it even is, and how energy works, how we're energetic beings, etc. So why does this fucking matter, and why should you even consider to do an energy healing session or a Reiki session? Reiki is a modality. It's one modality of multiple of energy healing. It's the one that I'm trained in. It's the one that I specialize in, obviously, and I love it. I have had nothing but positive results with myself and with other people. Hey, Britt. Thanks, sis. And I have been able to help people heal things that they have totally forgotten about. Because when traumatic experiences happen when we're younger, oftentimes we kind of blank them out of our mind, and we just try to move on with our lives, just forgetting it, submerging the feeling. We don't want to feel, because we don't like to feel unpleasant feelings because we're told not to. It's a societal conditioning. And thanks, Kelly. And so I've had things come through in a session for people that they've totally even forgotten about, and I don't know what's gonna come up. This is a part that I was gonna get to. So with a reading, I don't know how I can do readings. I don't know why I can do them. I'm sure other people can do them if they were sensitive enough. I had no fucking clue prior to a year ago that I was even going to start doing Reiki. So to find out that I was going to do Reiki and then be able to do readings with my Reiki, I had no idea that this was going to happen, but I love it so much and it's been so beneficial to my clients. But I don't know, like when I connect with you, we all have guides, we all have our emotional bodies are always carrying messages. So I just pick up on them, and whatever's coming through, that's just what I'm saying to you. And that's what you get in your session. And 100% of the time it's beneficial, and 100% of the time it makes sense. If not in that moment, a couple days later. I'm always having people coming to me saying like, I didn't really understand what this meant, but it totally clicked, like by the end of the day or something like that. So I don't know, but yes, I do Reiki healings, I do healings, which I've already explained, and then my readings, like I said, I don't know how I can do them, I don't know why I can do them, I love doing them, I'm grateful for it, but it just comes through, the information comes through, I connect with you, with your field, with your guides, and it comes through, and also what comes through is like specific advice for you to move on and move forward with, I explain this to someone, I'm always like, okay, stay with me. Yes, I always say that, I'm like, stay with me because shit's about to get weird. But yeah, so if anyone's known me prior to a year and a half ago, I was so scientific. I was always like, give me a book, can this be proven, what are the facts? Now I can't even explain how I can do some shit, but it's just true. I can't explain it. Ask my clients and they'll tell you of their experience, and it's been awesome. So yeah, bottom line, I can get readings with your healings, which is why I say Reiki healings and readings, because not only am I healing the dense energy that's in your body, well, I'm facilitating the healing, the dense energy that's in your body. Yes, Val, it's so cool. I love it. And I am also getting reads and getting insight as to why that energy is there. Is there anything that's going on that's causing you to hold on to that energy? How can you move through it? How can you heal it? How can you, like, what are the next steps that you need to take in order to take the next step in your healing journey to kind of clear this chakra so something doesn't happen. So let me address this. Why is it important to have your chakras cleared? Like I said at the beginning, chakras help energy flow through your physical body. So if they're blocked, then shit manifests. So say something's blocked in your chest. It's the most common thing that I've seen. People have had their heart broken. They've had a caretaker that they've had a shitty relationship with. They've had a relationship that totally crushed them. They've lost loved ones, and their heart chakra is totally blocked, totally closed off. And they experience chest pain all of the time. Not only do they experience chest pain, but then that chest pain starts to become tighter and more constricting, and their shoulders get pulled forward. So not only are you experiencing chest pain, but you're experiencing upper back pain, and you are experiencing, like, there's this whole, like, weightedness down on your shoulders. So that's a perfect example of, like, why is it important. So then if I can go in and help you clear that, facilitate the clearing, and then strengthen and open this chakra, not only have people told me that they feel lighter, they feel like literally a weight's been lifted off their chest, but their shoulders fall back. It falls back. Their back pain's gone, their upper neck pain's gone. They just feel like they're more open. They're not as constricted. And so that's an example as to why it's important, but there's a ton of other ones that are even more, that all of them are important. Anyways, if you have more questions, then just type them in and I'll get to them. But, so I was saying something. I got on a type, but I'm slow. It takes to understand. Yes, you have to open your mind to understand, which is why I'm trying to explain, like, how, we are energetic beings and how this all can take place, because we are trained to only think physical. But, like, I think everyone can kind of understand that, like, we're more than physical beings, because, like, we die, and what happens when we die? We just don't rot in the ground forever and infinity. Like, something happens, which I won't get into, but yeah, so, like, and energies don't look non-linear, which I also said at the beginning of the video. You can go back and watch. So yeah, why do we need it? Because we're always picking up on other people's energy. When someone walks in, this is the easiest example. When someone walks into a room and you either immediately retract and you're like, get away from me, I do not want to talk to that person. Or you look at them and you're like, holy shit, I have to talk to that person. Like, you're just immediately vibing off of their energy, but you don't realize it. Your personal space is your energy. It's your auric field. It's your energy. We have our etheric field, our emotional field, and then our mental. And they make up the layers of your aura. And so our different things are stored in different layers of our aura, but you can feel when you're just around someone, you feel totally drained. Like, you're just vibing off of that person, or when you're around someone and you're totally uplifted, again, you're vibing off of that person. And we are constantly vibing off of one another, and we don't realize it. We don't know how to call our energy back, how to send theirs back, and then, or how to create boundaries, energetic and emotional boundaries. So you know, like, who you want to allow in your space and what you do not want to allow in your space. So I also teach that with my clients as well, is like how to set these boundaries. So moving forward, you don't walk into a room and you're totally overwhelmed, or you don't feel overwhelmed going to the grocery store, or you don't you don't hate going into big crowds anymore, because every time you leave you feel totally drained and totally just like the life is sucked out of you, literally, because your energy is just, you have no boundaries, and it's just like going to everyone's energy you're absorbing. So yeah, we're constantly picking up on other people's energy, and we don't know how to get rid of it. That gets like latched onto your field, like kind of like little energetic leeches. And so Reiki can go in and help to kind of clear out that energy and send it to be transmuted, and also to open up your to help you create like energetic boundaries and open up the chakras again. So that's kind of why it matters, because literally everything is connected. We're energetic beings. Like, the energy in your field helps form the thoughts that you think. The thoughts that you think forms your beliefs. Your beliefs forms how you perceive things. How you perceive things dictates how you act. How you act dictates what you eat and how you speak to yourself. And what you eat and how you speak to yourself dictates how you think and how you feel. How you think and how you feel dictates the vibe that you give off. Like, it's all connected. So this is why I think that this stuff is so important for people to understand, that yeah, we are way more than just a person in a physical body. We are energetic beings. It is important to learn the baggage that you're carrying with you, because we're all carrying baggage with us. And that working with someone like myself or other people can help you to decipher what's yours, what's not yours, and then how, like, further steps that you can take to protect your space and your energy, and then to kind of send other people's energy back to them, because it's totally possible. So I think that I have addressed the main concerns, which were, what was Reiki, how does it even work, how do you do a distance session, how does that work, and then like why, how can it benefit me. Oh, if you're totally stressed and you're always in your head, so we have numbing mechanisms as people. Since we were kids, we've created numbing mechanisms to get out of our body because we don't want to feel unpleasant feelings. So it could be like, you drink, you keep yourself busy, you're a workaholic, you smoke weed a lot, you smoke cigarettes, even crying to an extent. But so we do these things, or sleeping, eating food, binge eating. We do these things to stay out of our body. So what Reiki does, and like, we're always in your head. If you're someone who's like always in your head and you're always stressed about stuff, then Reiki can help bring you back into your body. I'm always pulling people back into their body because I always see them in their upper chakras. So I'm always pulling them back into their body. And I've had people tell me, like, I could literally feel myself being pulled back into my body. It's crazy. So it helps ground you. So as I ground you, then you feel more open. You feel more safe and supported. You feel more level-headed and clear-minded. and it just helps create, like, if you feel like you have a fog over your mind, it just helps to kind of eliminate that and to open it up again. And don't get me wrong, like, can it come back? Absolutely. If you were to go to a chiropractor once and you never went back and you kept doing the same shit to your body that you were doing before, will your back start to hurt again? Absolutely. Reiki's the same way, or any energy healing's the same way. Do you need to continue the practices, like especially at the beginning, more frequently? Yeah, 100%. And I can tell you, I can give you guidance and advice of what's coming through for you. And if you want to take it and run with it, that's amazing. But if you don't, then you're probably gonna, maybe not, but there's a chance that you're gonna end up in the same place that you were prior to coming to me or someone like me in the first place. So just some things to think about. So one thing that I wanted to offer anyone who watches this video, if you share or tag someone in the video, then what's today, Tuesday? By Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern time, I will pick someone to get a free Reiki session with me who I haven't worked with yet. So if you have worked with me, then you can get a 50% discount, and if not, then I will give you a free session. So tag and or share this video to someone that you think needs Reiki or could benefit from it. If you found anything beneficial in this video, then I would love for you to let me know in the comments. And if you have any questions, then I'll just hang out for a couple more minutes to see if anyone has any questions about anything that I talked about or didn't talk about, and I can answer them for you. But if not, then my phone is going to die, so I'm gonna hop off shortly. So I'm just gonna wait for a minute to see if anyone has any questions. Oh wait, I wanted to drink this way so you guys can see my dread. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything. So that's fine. So I appreciate you guys for hopping on. I hope that you learned something. Thank you, Nick. And if there was something that I didn't cover that you would like me to, or if you have questions, if you have any questions, please, please, please reach out. I would love to address any questions that you have. As I learn more, I'm trying to educate you guys more. When I get some time, I'm going to have to try it. Yes, try it, Joe. We can always do a remote session. They are amazing. Remote sessions are actually my favorite because sometimes the physical body can actually be a distraction. So with a remote session, like I said, so say Joe, for an example, if you scheduled a remote session tomorrow at 2 p.m., then at 2 p.m., all you have to do is to, in your mind, whatever, or out loud, just say like, okay, I'm allowing, Monique's going to access my field. You just have to be aware that I'm doing it, preferably to be in a relaxed state. So don't be doing something super stressful, but you can be doing really whatever you want. So at that time, I will access your field and I'll go through, like I said, all your chakras and just see what comes up for you. And I can clear them and I can strengthen them. Anything else, if your back needs attention, if your kidneys need attention, if your ribs or your chest or whatever needs attention, your knees, then I'll be called to them and I can help those strengthen as well. And I record as I'm going along. I send you the recording. So probably around 3, you would get an email from me with your recording. And then you can listen to it whenever you want, as many times as you want. I've had deceased family members come through in recordings. I've had advice, like with people trying to get pregnant, I've had advice come through in recordings. I've had advice come through with people who are just like affirmations for people to help them to get over some things that they've been holding on to. So it's really cool. Like different stuff happens in every session, and I don't know, like I said, I don't know why, I don't know whatever, but it's just like, it's how whatever you're open to, I guess, is what I'm accessing. I'm communicating with you and your higher self. So, yeah, so with your sciatic nerve, if you have back pain or leg pain or whatever whatever it may be, I can do whatever I can on an energetic level to help. And yeah, you can see my sister too. I was gonna say that. But yeah, so thank you guys for everything. Hey Chris, hey Dakota. I hope that you guys, like I said, got something out of this. If there's no more questions, then I'm going to hop off, and I hope that you guys have an awesome week. Like I said, share this video or tag a friend and you can get a free session with me. And yeah, I guess that's about it. So no more, and if you guys have questions after this live video ends, feel free to type them in and I will come back on and respond. But other than that, then much love.